What's up, guys? We're back with one of my favorite YouTube people of all time, guys. We got my man here, Eric Seeger, with Accent Expert Explains How to Tell Accents Apart. So this is from the Wired series. He did a bunch of other series before on his own channel as well, where he talked about different American dialects. So there was like 50 guys all over the US, northern Canada, down at the south, the East Coast, West Coast. It was absolutely amazing. One of my favorite videos I've ever done on my YouTube channel, so hopefully this one is incredible as well. Drop a comment down below. Check out my Patreon for loads more videos every single day. And yeah, guys, this guy is an absolute genius, so wait till you see this one. It's incredible to see what this guy knows. Accents are a big part of what I love, guys. I love music, and I love listening to the lyrics, but most importantly, I love listening to the voice, guys. The voice, for me, Eminem has the best voice. A lot of rappers have good voice for music. Listening to the voice is a big part of music, guys, so I love that aspect. Let's get it, man. This one should be fire.
Hi, my name is Eric Singer. I'm a dialect coach. You may have seen me here before talking about accent performances in movies.
What do Texas accents and South Asian accents have in common? The answer is retroflexion.
So today I'm going to offer you some quick and easy ways to tell one accent apart from another when those two accents are pretty similar in a lot of ways. Can you ask somebody to say a simple phrase to try to tell whether they're from, say, Australia or New Zealand?
I'm originally from Sydney, Australia.
From Philly, PA.
Yorkshire. New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Number one, how to tell an Australian from a New Zealander.
Yeah, because those are most commonly mistaken, guys. Even South Africa and Australia, I get mistaken a lot of the times as well. Guys, I almost repping America here, but I'm actually from Ireland. I'm born and bred, so it's gas because a lot of people say, oh, this guy sounds American, this guy sounds like that. Probably from all the culture that I'm watching. I get that comment a lot, guys, but it's funny because when I be talking to my Irish friends and stuff, my accent comes out really heavy, but when I'm on this thing, I try and slow my accent down. I try and pronounce every single word, so my accent can come across as completely different. It's pretty funny.
We can use the kit vowel. In Australia, there's a realization that is not too far off from my own American accent, for instance, something like an I sound. An Australian might say that something like this.
Nith, nith, nith.
New Zealanders tend to centralize this sound. So instead of the tongue being arched up a little bit towards the front of the mouth, it's relaxed down a little bit towards the middle of the mouth, and you get something closer to a schwa, kut. You can hear that here.
Myth, myth. Myth,
Myth,
and myth,
myth,
and myth.
So there's one actually very famous phrase that you can use that you could ask somebody at a cocktail party, say, to pronounce, to try to tell whether they're an Australian or a New Zealander if you're not sure. And that phrase would be fish and chips. An Australian might say that something like this.
fish and chips, fish and chips, fish and chips.
Whereas the New Zealand version might sound more like this.
Fish and chips, fish and chips, fish and chips.
I really hear it clearly. Australia almost sounds like Australia. It almost sounds like British.
Fish and chips,
Fish and chips,
fish and chips.
fish and chips.
Number two, how to tell somebody from the north of England from somebody from the south of England.
Okay. I don't know, guys. Like, I know England's right beside Ireland, and I should know the accents, but they're completely different to me, guys. They're foreign as hell, so...
Many accents in both places, of course. But the cool thing is you can draw a line straight across England. North of that line, strut words like cup, under, mother, love, son, are going to have a vowel sound something like u, very similar to the vowel sound in foot words like wood, butcher, woman, look. Here is a Northern English person, and you can hear their strut vowel.
Cup, cup, cup.
In the South, there are going to be two different vowels. One is strut and one is foot, and they won't sound the same. Here's a speaker from the South.
Cup, cup, cup.
From the North.
Mother, mother, mother. Som, som, som.
From the South.
Fun, fun, fun. Som, fun, som, fun.
So if you
South is way different, way posher as well.
meet somebody and you're pretty sure that their accent is from somewhere in England, but you want to know whether it's from the North or from the South, you could ask them to say the following phrase. Did you cut your foot? From the North.
Cut your foot, cut your foot, cut your foot.
From the South.
Cut your foot, cut your foot, cut your foot.
Cut your foot,
Cut your foot,
cut your foot.
cut your foot.
So, of course, there are many...
North sounds completely just foreign to me, guys. I don't understand anything that anyone from Northern England says.
Different Northern English accents. Two famous ones are Geordie from Newcastle and Brummie from Birmingham. One way that you could potentially tell a Geordie accent from a Brummie accent would be to take the face vowel. A Brummie is going to have a sound that's kind of similar to a London sound. It's a diphthong. It's a vowel sound that starts and ends up E, moves from I, it takes a journey. So if you hear something like this,
Great cakes, great, great, great.
you're dealing with a Brummie. If you hear something that's much more monophthongal, something like this,
Great cakes. Great, great, great.
then you're dealing with a Geordie. A phrase could
That's fire.
be David bakes great cakes. You can hear that here.
David bakes great cakes.
David bakes great cakes.
Bakes great cakes.
I hear it really well now. Actually, I've heard those accents. Yeah, very, very, for a long time. Not for a long time.
Great cakes.
Bakes great cakes.
Next up, New York and Boston. Now this one's probably easier to hear and place if you're American, probably less so if you're not an American. The lot vowel is going to be very open, fronted, no lip rounding in a New York accent. Lot, hot, not, God. Here's a New York speaker.
Not.
Oh,
Not.
yeah.
It's going to be a little bit lip rounded in a Boston accent, so more like lot, God. Here's a Boston speaker.
Not.
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 So here's a phrase you could ask somebody to say. That's not a lot of pots. If they say it with an ah, that's not a lot of pots, they're probably from New York.
That's not a lot of pots. That's not a lot of pots.
If they say it with an aw, that's not a lot of pots, that's Boston.
That's not a lot of pot. That's not a lot of pot.
That's not a lot of pots.
That's not a lot of pot.
That's not a lot of pots.
That's not a lot of pot.
Next
That sounds almost like Australian.
up, New York City and Philadelphia. So both New York City and Philadelphia raise the trap vowel in certain circumstances, so you'll get instead of ah. They do it in different places. In a New York accent, you get trash and traffic. You also get sad and bad. Here's a New York speaker.
Trash. Trash. Trash.
That's the best accent when you're talking about a bad album, guys. It's trash.
Whereas in Philadelphia, those are not some of those trap words that are going to get raised. We're going to get other ones like man and hand.
And also, guys, for all my haters, man, saying I have an American accent, when I start listening to them, I don't sound anything like it. I just have definitely a more of a pronunciation like that because I want to be extremely clear on this channel so everybody can understand what the heck I'm saying.
So you'll get something more open like my own, traffic, trash, sad, bad. Here's a Philadelphia speaker on similar words with a different sound.
Traffic. Traffic. Traffic.
So if you want a quick
Sounds sexy.
cocktail party test, you could have somebody say trash or traffic.
Trash. Trash.
Traffic. Traffic.
Trash.
Traffic.
Trash.
Traffic.
That's it for accent party tricks. I'm Eric Singer.
That's absolutely fire. Guys, I tell you who would love to go to a cocktail party with would be Eric Singer. That dude's a genius, man. He breaks down so many different accents. Go back and check out my last video, Accent Expert Gives Tour of US Accents. That's one of my favorite videos of all time. I absolutely destroy that video. I love you guys all. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you all guys want to see next. I definitely want to do a lot more of his stuff. Any single video that he does, I will be reacting to in the future. Like I said, guys, subscribe to my Patreon. Check out my new merch as well. Loads of new merch coming. And yeah, man, much love to all my Americans. Much love to all my Aussies and Kiwis. Everybody in Ireland, of course. Stay free. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.